Andrew McCart, IFLTV, delighted as always to be joined by Frank Warren. Frank, thanks for getting me in today. They weren't going to allow me in. Never had my name down, so...
Listen, there was a want. Do you see the wanted posters? It looked like you on that wanted poster.
Well, I said, one of my posters was like this, Wallen and CHISORA, The Last Dance. Frank,
Your last chance.
my last chance, exactly. Yeah, Derek CHISORA, you've been with him, first fight to now. Did you ever envision when I know you've had your ups and downs, but in the middle of Derek CHISORA's career that you'd be here and be promoting his last fight ever?
No, I didn't think he'd be 41 years of age and I'd be doing his 49th fight. I'll be very honest about it. No, not at all. But he's been quite unique in British boxing. You know, he's, you know, and the fans know when that first bell goes, it's all about heart. And it's all about what he says on his hat and his mantra, war. He's always given everything, win or lose. He's never left anything outside the ring. He's always given 100% in the ring, and that's why he's been so popular. And this fight, his last fight in the UK, the last dance, I'm hoping everybody, and I'm sure they will, come out for him to support him. And it's a tough fight. He hasn't picked an easy job, that's for sure. This is a tough fight for him.
Any disappointment not Jarrell Miller? Because as a boxing fan, Frank, and I'm sure you're a big boxing fan yourself, but when you look at Jarrell Miller and Derek CHISORA, those two styles, for me, just gel perfectly. Any disappointment that fight couldn't happen?
Yeah, I'm disappointed, but these styles will as well, because, you know, the Derek style walks forward, and you know this guy, he fancies this, Wally. You've heard what he says, he fancies it. He's lost 2 fights in his whole career. One to Tyson, where he cut Tyson had that bad cut, and the other one, obviously, to AJ, which he was pulled out in his corner. And AJ, that's the best AJ I'd seen for years that night. And you know that, and he fancied it. And again, for Derek, he wants to get to fight number 50, the big, meaningful fight, 50 fights in his career. To do that, he's got to win 49. And Wallin knows if he gets beat, he's done. He's done as far as anybody could consider him in any big fights.
I'm glad you mentioned that 50th fight, because I mentioned to Derek, I said, I saw your TalkSport interview, Derek, you mentioned Ngannou in Africa, and he went, that's why I need to speak to Uncle Frank. So has he had any conversation with you, the 50th fight, Ngannou in Africa? He's
always talking to me about fights, and as I said to him, all you need to worry about is the 49th one. Get that out of the way, win that. That's how you get to 50. That's how you do it. Don't think ahead. Focus on what the job is in hand. And that's how as I talk to any fighter that I'm involved with. The job in your hand, in hand, is the one you've got to win, because if you don't, it means nothing.
Definitely. I want to touch on something Dan Raphael, I think, released the February 22nd card out in Saudi Arabia. Frank, you're probably going to tell me to shut up and no comment and whatnot, but the main event looked like Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker. Good fight. Can you elaborate and give me any more info on that?
In your opening statement, you answered all the questions, so I'm not going to waste my breath on it.
Can we get any? Is that sort of like a fight?
There's going to be an announcement next week, right, and we'll announce it when we announce it. All these leaks and what they think's leaks, it doesn't help anybody, and it's not where, you know, I'm not even going to go there with it. It causes, I don't know. Anyway,
to be fair, it looks like a good card if that is the case.
Looks at that card. That is a fabulous card. Oh, it's a brilliant card, but we'll see what happens.
Obviously, going off, I spoke to Eddie Hearn on Tuesday in the city of Manchester. Now, I spoke to him about Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury and whatnot, and he said, listen, win, lose or draw against Tyson Fury, the Anthony Joshua fight, middle of the year, May, June, is still the biggest fight in boxing. I think he wants to see that fight win, lose or draw. Obviously, he would like to see Fury win, so it can be for a few marbles. But for you, Frank, win, lose or draw for Fury come 21st of December. I know you believe your man's going to win. Can we see the Joshua fight?
Well, it depends. There might be a rubber match if that happens. I believe Tyson will win, and it'll be one apiece with him and USYK, and there'll be a rubber match. I would think that would take priority. I don't know. You know, I just want to let's see what happens on the 21st. It's a fabulous card. That fight's first time round was the biggest fight of the 21st century in the heavyweight division. I just keep using the word fabulous. It was a great fight. It was just a sensational fight, and they're going to do it again. And this time round, I think it's even going to be better.
Well, I saw Tyson Fury, and he looks a lot bigger now. From the first Wilder fight to the second Wilder fight, it was no secret. He was 270, he was 272, 273, I think he was, for the rematch against Wilder. And he came in and he put all on the front foot, and he was putting it on Wilder. Can I read too much into that and think that's what's going to happen against USYK?
He'd come in at his best fighting weight, That's what he do. He's no schmuck. He trains very hard, Tyson. He very rarely blows up in weight these days. He's constantly in the gym, and he's got his game plan. There is no smarter guy in boxing when getting in the ring than Tyson. He's got a fabulous boxing brain. He's shared 12 rounds, ups and downs in that fight, so he knows what he's got to do. He knows better than you, me, or anyone what he's got to do. I know what he's got to do, and the thing is can he do it? And I think he will do it.
Daniel Dubois in a good position as well, being IBF champion. Now, there's a lot of fighters out there clamouring to fight him, and not just Joshua.
To get knocked out.
Not just Joshua, but Mark Bacoley's fighting, I think, Ajagbo now. There was Zhang and Ajit Kabayal in them high rankings in IBF. Now, if you had to pick for a fight for Daniel Dubois that isn't already penciled in, if you could pick a fight that makes you want to sit on the edge of your seat, which one would it be?
USYK.
USYK, Dubois.
Yeah. I'd love that fight.
Well, I'll tell you what, win, lose or draw, Tyson Fury fight Joshua, USYK fight Dubois, how's that?
Well, that's the thing would be for Tyson wins, and then USYK and him can have their rematch.
Listen, perfect. One final one for me, Frank, before I let you get on. It's getting a wee bit late on the day. Derek Chisora, speak to me. Why should the fans tune in, come buy a ticket for February 8th against Otto Wallen?
He's given everything as a British boxer. Everything, as you know, I've had my ups and downs, but he's given everything. Even when I said he should have retired a couple of years ago, he'd come back and he fought Joe Joyce, and what a fight that was. That was a great fight, one of the fights of the year in this country. And he deserves it. He deserves that people come out and see him, because, as I've said from the beginning, you know, heart goes to war, everything. He's in that ring. He does not leave anything behind. And this fight's going to be the same, because it's important to him that he wins. So you know he's going to be going for it, because he wants to get to that 50. He wants to get to the 5-0. And to do that, he's got to put on a really great performance, because Wallen is certainly not coming to make up the numbers. I'm telling you, this is going to be a good fight. You stand on me.
Well, I hope they'll be there, Frank. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, mate.